What if God is guiding you right now, but you keep missing it? You keep missing it because it looks ordinary. It looks too ordinary. What if the next step God wants from you isn't some big dramatic thing? What if it's not thunder? What if it's not a vision? What if it's not even the sky splitting open and an angel pointing with a flaming sword? Hey, you down there, I got this thing for you. What if it's a conversation, a journey, a responsibility, a place you didn't expect to matter? Simple act of obedience you've been putting off because it doesn't feel spiritual enough. Well, that's where Genesis 29 meets us. Jacob doesn't want to walk into this chapter with a choir, beautiful robes, singing behind him. He doesn't arrive with certainty in his pocket. He is a man on the run. He has a little bit of a family behind him. He's an undoubtedly uncertain future ahead of him. He has a promise from God, but he doesn't yet have the path fully mapped out. Sound familiar? Sound familiar? Abram, on his way to become an Abraham. Remember that? Go. Just go. Leave all and go. Where I'm going, Lord? I'll tell you on the way. So you want me to jump and ask you how high on the way up? Yeah. Okay. So, Jacob comes to a well. Just a well. Flocks, shepherds, a stone, and a young woman named Rachel. An ordinary moment. But the covenant future, it's moving. I'm glad you joined me. Welcome. And since you're here, let me ask you a question. I've been wanting to ask you. Where might God already be guiding you through something that looks too ordinary to notice? All the lights, aren't on you. Hoo-yah, Wiggs. Hoo-yah. All the lights aren't on you. Everybody's not saying how great you are. Pastor's not up there going, ooh, isn't so-and-so just the best of them? Best of them? Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want everybody. Come on now. Give Shawn applause. Give him applause now. Give him a good hand clap. Nope. It's not happening. Spotlight isn't on. Nobody will see you move the chairs. Nobody will see you sweep out the cobwebs out the bathroom, clean the toilets. Maybe nobody will see you at the coffee shop going up to that person in the corner that you can see crying. Everybody else can see crying, but nobody says anything. They're trying to keep it to themselves. They're trying to... Hey, can I pray with you? I see you're upset. Can I pray with you? And then you don't leave out of there posting on social media. Well, this isn't about me, but I just want you to know that I was afraid, and I went up to this young woman, and she was crying, and nobody else was doing anything. So I just went up to her and I asked her, could I pray with you? And she kind of, yes, that would be amazing and wonderful. Nobody else is but you. Then you tell your story. Nope. Where might God already be guiding you through something that looks too ordinary to notice? You can answer to yourself. You can answer in comments. Doesn't matter. Whatever. What ordinary step might God be at? Ordinary. What ordinary step might God be asking you to take right now? Welcome back to Through the Bible in a Year, Walking the Story of God. I'm Dr. Shawn of True Word, Faith for Life with Dr. Shawn. Today, you can call me Shawn. Today we're walking through Genesis 29, 1 to 14. By the way, like, subscribe, share. Somebody needs the Bible to become clear, concrete, and alive again. You're the one. By the way, you can find this book. I wrote this book. It's called True Word, Faith for Life. I know! Same title. Wow, I wonder if I can remember it. True Word, Faith for Life. You know where you can find it? You can find it all over the place. It's wherever books are sold. But the way that we get the most for it is if you buy it through our website, which I know this is going to be hard for you to remember. It's truewordfaithforlife.com. Huh. If you've never been there, there's all kinds of resources, but there's also a store. Everything on there is free except for this book. And we take any profit we might get from that book and we put it back into the ministry. Mission. We're not a 501c3 ministry. And by the way, if you ever send money or anything like that to try to help us out, we're not a 501c3. Just so you know. Now, get your mind right. Take some deep breaths because we're going to get after it. Genesis 29 begins with a simple line. Jacob went on his journey. Really? That sounds kind of small, doesn't it? And then the angels came round about, and they encamped about him, and the sky split open, the mountains crumbled, the seas rose, in golden light. No, none of that. Not a bit of it. Jacob went on his journey. Sounds small. Sounds insignificant. But it's not small. Jacob has just, remember, laid his head on a rock yesterday. Yesterday's episode, but they're all free. They're all free. Go to True Word Faith for Life with Dr. Shawn YouTube channel or Rumble channel. True Word Faith for Life with Dr. Shawn, SHAWN, YouTube or Rumble. It's free there too. Every episode, thousands of things there. If you want audio only, we're on every one you can think of. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Pocket Cast, Overcast, Castbox. Look, we're on them all. Good Pods, all of them, 27 of them. Yeah, costs a little bit. But if you're an audio only person, if you're listening on playback, and that's what you dig, you can come to two places, truewordfaithforlife.com, or you can go to your favorite podcast place. Look me up. Click on follow, whatever. Wouldn't kill you to give a thumbs up. Would it? So Jacob has just come from Bethel. That was a big deal. It seemed small, but it was a big deal. Right? It seemed small, but it was a big deal. It's tricky. He laid his head on a rock. And then he had a dream. He saw the stairway between heaven and earth. He heard the covenant promise repeated over his life. If anybody wouldn't expect that to happen, it would be him. God told him that the land, the offspring, the blessing, and the divine presence were still bound to the covenant promise. And then Jacob gets up and walks. Okay. And then Jacob gets up and walks. Okay. We might say. But it matters more than you can imagine. It matters immensely. That's why I teach the ancient Near Eastern language, culture, and context. I help you understand what the Bible means. Because in the Bible, revelation isn't entertainment. Right? We've made it that. The postmodern Western evangelical church, revelation is entertainment. God doesn't speak so we can collect spiritual experiences. God speaks so we can walk. God speaks so we can obey. Trust and obey, for there's no other way to be happy in Jesus but to trust. A simple song, simple act. God speaks so we can move forward with trust. Some people want another word. They want another word. I heard what you said a minute ago, Lord. But do you got another word in there? Because I'm allergic to latex and I can't be putting my hands in turlets because I'm, wearing a thing. Hey, bless you, bless you, bless you. Apple taco. Hooyah. Tertio optio. Listen. Some people don't like the first word or the word that they get from the Lord. They don't like it. They don't. I've been there. Hey, I need you to sign up on that cleaning crew. Hey, I need you to do chairs. You know who I admire so much? I admire the people at my church, Grace Community Topsail. There's a bunch of folk who sign up, and right now, building's almost, well, it's not finished, but the first part we'll move into that building, right next door to where we're meeting, is they meet at Topsail Elementary. And there, everything has to go in before everybody gets there, and everything has to leave before a certain time, because we're meeting in a school. Those people that are on that crew are absolutely amazing to me. The cleaning crew, amazing to me. And Pastor Steve, my buddy, my neighbor, and my brother, you know, he put the word out. This is what we need. And people stepped up, men and women. You know what that means? You got to get up at 4:30 in the morning, rain or shine, and take the trailer there with all the stuff in it. Take all the stuff out. Put it all in the right place. Where I live, summertime it gets hot. Delcy 3795, what would you like us to pray about? So some people, they'll get a word like that from God and they'll be like, my back is kind of, If we're not front and center. Somehow or another, we don't want that word. Lord, give me another word because I don't love that one. I don't love that word. I want another word that doesn't make me sweat. I want another word that maybe people look at me and go, oh man, that's Shawn Greener. He's a true servant of the Lord. Look at him go. Listen to him sing. Watch him preach. Well, doesn't come like that. Not always. By the way, if you think preaching is glamorous, spend 70 hours a week reading your eyes blind. Working on message after message after message, figuring it out. Researching, studying, writing, rewriting. It's anguish sometimes. A lot of the time. Tell me a little bit more, Delcy 3795. What about the divine mercy? Why is Jesus both a lion and a sheep? Well, I have a couple messages on Jesus on truewordfaithforlife.com. Everything's free. And I have on True Word Faith for Life with Dr. Shawn, that's H-A-W-N, on YouTube and Rumble. I have many a message on that. So I'd encourage you to go to that. We're going to pray in a little bit. Hang with me, brother or sister. I don't know. So we want a flashy word. We want something that doesn't require us to give a certain amount. Anything but what we've been given. But Genesis shows us something different. God has spoken, and now Jacob must walk. And that may be exactly where someone listening today is stuck. You're waiting for God to explain the whole journey. He's already given you enough light. He has already given you enough light for the next step, but you want the explanation for the whole journey. Abram didn't get it. Jacob didn't get it. I didn't get it. And you won't get it. Jacob comes to the land of the people of the east. He sees a well in the field. 3 flocks are lying beside it. There's a large stone covering the mouth of the well. Now, in our modern world, we can read that too quickly. We can go, oh, whatever. Okay, there's a well. Keep going. But in the ancient Near Eastern world, a well wasn't some background decoration. A well was survival infrastructure. Look, it was 127 real degrees out in the hot, ancient Near Eastern sun. A well meant water. Water meant livestock could live. Livestock meant food, wealth, work, dowry, family stability, and household survival. It was currency. It was security. A well wasn't just a hole in the ground, folks. was a place where life gathered. It was a workplace. It was a meeting place. It was a negotiation point. It was a place of social order. It was a place where marriage futures, sometimes it was a place where marriage futures began. And that is pretty cool. That's why this scene should sound familiar. Genesis 24 had already brought Rebekah into the covenant story. If you'll remember, if you were listening, Genesis 24 had already brought Rebekah into the covenant story through a well scene. Oof. Now, Genesis 29 brings Rachel into the story through another well scene. That's not accidental. Genesis is teaching us to pay attention. God often moves the covenant forward through places ordinary people visit every day. The well. Ordinary people go there every day. Back then, they sure enough did. And that's where this begins to kind of press into our world, right? It's poking through that veil into our world because we keep looking for God in the spectacular. We want the answer to drop from a mirror ball. We want the sign to flash. Boop, 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 boop. We want the door to swing open with a hip, trendy, cool worship music behind it. We want God to make everything obvious before we obey anything simple. But Genesis keeps embarrassing our addiction to drama, doesn't it? It does. Genesis, it'll embarrass your addiction to drama. We have an addiction to drama up in here. Well, God moves at wells. He moves in conversations. God moves through travel. Simple thing. Looking at wells, gathering places, water bottle, restroom, break room, conversations. Going from here to there, maybe just to the grocery. God moves through timing. God moves through work. He moves through responsibility. God moves through places where people are simply doing what needs to be done. Now, I'm going to press pause on this just for a second. I'm going to come back right here. I put a little sticky note up on there so I can remember where I was. Now, I want to address this right quick. You've been praying for the Lord to give you a mission. Lord, give me a mission. Give me a mission to go on. I want to go on some mission. And you're praying for that, but you can't even get out of your own way to see a person in front of you at the grocery store and say hello and smile. Over to the gas pumps. Somebody says, "Hey, how you doing?" Lord, give me a mission. You're at the coffee shop, and that person's over in the corner. No, I mind my business. I don't go over up in people's business. You don't know. You don't know what they be about. Don't pray for some big mission and you can't even say hello to somebody. You can't. Stop asking for that. Work on the basics of being kind to people. Looking outside your own little bubble you live up in. You can't manage to be kind to people. Give some decent hello. How you doing? You can't manage that? Stop asking for the big mission. go on the big mission for the Lord to teach you. What's the Lord teaching me? The Lord is teaching me to step outside of my comfort zone. And even though I'm shy and I'm reticent to speak to people, I am, forced into that now. And so I'm doing it. No. That lesson's back before you left the comforts of home. That big mission, you can't manage that. Don't tell me. I see lots of pastors can't be bothered. They cannot be bothered to say hello to people. That's one thing I love about Pastor Steve. One of many. Don't tell him his head will get swole. Is that he's friendly. He doesn't think he's an intellectual, but he is. Don't let him tell you otherwise. He will tell you that, but he'll tell you, I'm just a country boy. No, smart dude. Anyway, he'll shake hands. He'll love people. He'll have conversations with people. It's amazing. So, by the way, Cloaked Zeus 65:47. Why is Exodus 21:20 through 21 your favorite verse? That's interesting. Look, lots of pastors out there. They go into the ministry because they think it's easy. It ain't. They go into ministry because they want the lights and they want that modern pastor, hip, trendy, cool, skinny jeans wearing, smoke rising and the band and the lights and all that. But then they go out through the back. They don't love on nobody. They don't have the personality for it. Well, it's outside of my comfort zone. I'm not good one-on-one. Really? Pick another code. Be an IT person. Ministry's wrong for you. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I don't know your life. Look, the issue may not be that God is absent from you. The issue may be we've trained ourselves only to recognize Him when He performs loudly. Jacob speaks to the shepherds. He asks, my brothers, where do you come from? They say, we are from Haran. Really? He asks whether they know Laban, the son of Nahor. They say, yeah, we know him. He asks is it well with him? They say, oh, it is well. And then comes the sentence that changes the scene. Out of nowhere. See, Rachel, his daughter, is coming with the sheep. What? See, Rachel, his daughter, is coming with the sheep. You see how ordinary that is? Question, answer, timing, arrival. No thunder. No angelic announcement. No glowing sign over Rachel's head. Just conversation. Just timing. Just movement. But everything is aligning. That's how providence often works. It doesn't always feel dramatic when it's happening. While it's happening, it doesn't feel dramatic. But when you look back, you realize the timing was too precious to be random. Now notice Rachel. Rachel isn't introduced as passive. She's not sitting around waiting for life to happen to her. She's coming with the sheep. She's working. She's tending to her father's flock. She is tending to her father's flock. It tells us something about the household economy of the ancient world. Shepherding wasn't some cute scenery. It wasn't any of that. Shepherding wasn't cute scenery. It was family labor. It was responsibility. It was contribution. It was survival. Rachel's present, active, useful, and trusted with the flock because the flock was everything. And look, sometimes big mean animals are going to come up against your flock. You got to know how to fight it. She got to know how to fight those animals. She got to know how to make sure water stops and feeding up the sheep, watering the sheep. That's a lot. That's a lot. That matters. The Bible doesn't need to flatten women as some decoration to honor them. Listen, women were a far greater value in the Bible than you can possibly imagine, going all the way back to the Old Testament. If you understand it in its context, Rachel steps into the story while doing responsible work. I don't like that word, work. In her father's household. Some of you go to your jobs and you're the biggest sourpuss in the place. Yeah, you really are. Folks don't like to be in the break room with you because you're sour. Your manager's, good Lord, except for the bumper sticker on your car, which I wish you would pull off. Follow me to 17th Baptist Church. You can't even pop a smile to somebody, say hello. You can't even work like you're getting paid to do this. Somebody owes you something. No. Christian, you should be the hardest worker. You should be the hardest worker up in there. You should be reliable, trustworthy, easy to work with. Work. And Rachel steps into the story while doing the work in her father's household. And Jacob sees her in that ordinary piece of labor, that ordinary place. And Jacob observes the situation. Well, flocks are gathered, but the stone is still over the mouth of the well. The shepherds explain the custom. They can't water the sheep until all the flocks are gathered and the stone is rolled away. Oh, look forward. Come on. Don't make me spell it out for you. Look forward. The sheep, all the sheep are gathered, but we cannot water, living water the sheep until all the flocks are gathered and the stone is rolled away. Come on. Somebody make the connection. Don't make me do it for you. That stone likely protected the water source and regulated access. This was order. It was shared labor. Good land's nut job. I tell you, the bigger you get, the more nut jobs come out. They're just nuts. It's weird. Look, this was order. This was shared labor, community structure. Nobody could just treat the water as if it belonged only to them. They had some you had better in that time. You had better have some. We don't have that same respect here. But back then, you better respect the water. You better appreciate it and the people that provide it. The well served the community, folks. But then Rachel arrives and Jacob acts. Wiggs, I don't give them 2 seconds. Weirdos. Nut jobs. They would never make that comment face to face. Anyway, folks watching it, you don't see the live chat. Sometimes people be coming up in the live chat. You know, they got a mission. All they do is go on YouTube and they just look for things they disagree with. They're stupid. Go get your own channel and do it. Weirdos. So Jacob acts, he rolls the stone away. He waters the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. That's initiative. That's strength, by the way. That stone doesn't weigh just a little bit of nothing. That's movement. The man who fled from home now steps into responsibility. The man who has been shaped by family tension now acts with energy and purpose. The man who received a promise at Bethel now does the next ordinary thing in front of him. He helps. He serves. He moves the stone. And then he waters the flock. Faith isn't only what you heard from God yesterday. Faith is what you do next today. And that's where this chapter becomes painfully practical. By the way, many of you have sent me messages, and many that I don't even know are listening because they don't get in the chat. And that's okay. You can listen quietly and anonymously. We have a lot of messages about yesterday's episode. And maybe I should put a warning on it. It's emotional. Go into it ready for emotion. That seems to be enough to say. Look, that's where this chapter becomes painfully practical. Some of us want God to guide us while we refuse to take responsibility for the simplest things right in front of us. Make the call. Send the text. Send the text message. I'm bad at texting. No, you're not. People that say that, no, you're not. You know what I do now? This is why I didn't used to do it. My time is valuable. I one by one send out text messages to people that are in, that I have the number for. I send it out to them with a little advert for each day's message. And if the next day, from here on out, they haven't opened it, just opened it, read it. They don't have to respond, but they haven't read it. It just shows delivered. Yep, off the list. I don't send them anymore. I'm not wasting my time. So when people tell you, well, I'm bad at texting, that's a big fat lie. Stop. Recognize who you're dealing with and what you're dealing with and move on. Just move on. Make the call, send the message, open the Bible. Right? We act like somehow or another this book weighs 1,255 pounds. That's what we act like. We act like it's written in a whole nother language. We say, I just don't understand it. Make an effort. People want it easy, and it isn't easy. It's not. There's nothing easy about this. It's not. We want God to guide us, and yet we refuse to take responsibility for the easiest, simplest thing right in front of you. Nobody wants to get on the phone anymore. Nobody. You better text me first. I've heard people say that. Don't call me without texting me. That's creepy. Stupid. That's stupid. That's weak. Stop being weak. We want God to guide us, and we refuse to take responsibility for the simplest of things. Send the message. It's easy to do. Open the Bible. No, it's not easy to do. That part is easy. But pressing forward, pushing yourself to understand, have the honest conversation. There's a lot of you folks out there don't have conversations anymore. And here's something, show respect. Show respect for the people in your world. Show respect for your spouse. I mean, real respect. Show respect for yourself. And have the honest conversation. Look, I'm going to say it again. Show up to work with integrity. Don't be the whiny one. Don't be the weak one. Don't be the late one. Find a way to get there on time. Good Lord. Well, there was heavy traffic. If you know there's heavy traffic on your way to work, get there early. Well, I don't want to give them any extra time. That's stupid. Well, they don't open the doors until so-and-so. I want to get there before that. Sit in the parking lot. Pray. Would that kill you? Would it kill you to actually pray? Would it kill you to actually read your scriptures? Study? Maybe listen to this podcast. I don't know. Show up to work with integrity. Go in with a good attitude and work. Learn your job. Get better at it. A believer ought to be the best worker at the place. And then here's something. If you've done some folks wrong, apologize. Not apologize, but apologize and mean it. Well, there's also the forgive part. You got to forgive and then start again. Stop hiding. Stop hiding. Do the next faithful thing. Not because it feels dramatic, but because it gets applause. No, don't do it because of that. Don't do it because it's dramatic and people will applaud you in the end, put a little light on you. Oh, I don't want that. I'm in the corner kind of person. No. You want that. Well, Pastor didn't even thank me. Pastor didn't even thank me. I love you, Linda. We all do. We love you, girl. Linda, precious human being. Amazing person. Amazing. You don't do those things because it gets applause. You don't do it. You don't do it because people come up to you afterwards and say, that was amazing. That was amazing. You say you're humble, but that's the reason you don't do anything else in the church. You don't do it for any of those reasons. You do it because God often hides direction inside responsibility. He does. God often hides direction inside responsibility. Jacob doesn't get a map. He gets a well, a conversation, a woman with sheep, and a stone that needs moving. Sometimes that's how God guides. He gives you the next faithful things that he won't give you something you can't do. He won't. Believe me, you can do it. If he gives you, if he leads you to it, you can do it. I want you to hear this. Then Jacob kisses Rachel and weeps aloud. What? Then Jacob kisses Rachel and weeps aloud. This moment is for sure full of emotion. For sure. But it isn't some sort of cheap romance. This is relief. It's recognition. It's family connection. It's the end of a dangerous journey. The feeling of arriving somewhere connected to the promise. Jacob has left behind conflict, deception, and fear. He has truly screwed up. Royally. He's walked out into the unknown. And now he has found family. He tells Rachel that he is his father's kinsman, Rebekah's son. Rachel runs for a minute there. He's probably like, oh, okay. But she runs and tells her father, and Laban runs out to meet Jacob. He embraces him, he kisses him. Not like boy, girl, you know what I mean? He kisses him. He brings him into his house, and Laban says, surely you are my bone and my flesh. That's kinsman language. That's belonging language. That's family language. That's identity language. Jacob has arrived, but listen carefully. Listen carefully. Arrival isn't completion. Arrival is the beginning of formation. Because this house won't be easy. This house will test Jacob. This house will expose Jacob. And this house will shape Jacob. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, where God has called you to do whatever it is, however simple it ain't going to be easy. It's not going to be smooth sailing. If you think that if you place your faith in Christ, that somehow or another your life is smooth sailing, it's not reality. That's not how it goes. It's not how it's ever gone. The house will shape Jacob because Laban's home will become the place where Jacob the deceiver gets deceived. The man who manipulated blessing will be manipulated. Ooh, came back around on him, didn't it? Like it does with us. The man who fled family pain will now he'll have to face a new family pain. The man who wanted the promise, he'll have to learn endurance, labor, patience, and dependence. So yeah, he guides Jacob to the right place. But the right place isn't always the easy place. In fact, I would tell you, most often it's not. And that's important. Because some of us think God's guidance always leads us immediately to comfort. Come on. Genesis says no. Nah. And nah. Sometimes God guides you into the place where he will form you. The provision is very often also the classroom. The answer may also be a test, and it's not going to be an easy test. The open door may also become the place where your character has to finally has to grow up. It finally has to grow up. That's an important word in our modern moment. We often measure God's guidance by how convenient life becomes. That's stupid. Oh, I made the same mistake. Trust me. I'm stupid. We measure God's guidance by how convenient life becomes. If it's easy, we say, the Lord opened the door. If it's hard, we say, well, maybe I missed God. But Genesis won't let us be that shallow. Jacob is guided by God, and he's still going to face pressure. Jacob is protected by God, and he's still going to be formed through difficulty. Jacob is carrying covenant promise, and he still has to live inside real family complexity. So don't assume difficulty means you're outside God's will. Don't assume ordinary means God is absent. God can guide you quietly and still be guiding you truly. I want you to look real quick at the larger Bible story. I got to get out of here. Whew. This well scene points backward to Rebekah, but it points forward to Rachel. And it even whispers toward John 4, where Yeshua meets a Samaritan woman at a well. It's my favorite story in the Bible. There, the well becomes more than a place of water. It becomes a place of revelation. Yeshua tells her about the living water. The ordinary place becomes the place of divine encounter. The daily need becomes the doorway to eternal life. That's the pattern. God meets people where life is actually happening. Not only in temples, not only in dramatic moments, not only when everything feels sacred. Something sacred hangs in the balance of every moment. It's at a well. It's on a journey. It's in a conversation. It's in the heat of the day. In the ordinary place where thirst is real and the soul is tired. The God who guided Jacob to a well is the same God who meets broken people at a well and offers life that doesn't run dry. So, what does Genesis 29:1 to 14 say to us today, where we are today, where we live in? It says God often guides through ordinary steps. It says not every divine moment looks dramatic. It says obedience matters more than spectacle. It says conversation could be part of providence. It says timing matters. It says the next step often reveals more than waiting for the whole picture. It says God is working even when nothing looks special yet. It says we must learn to recognize His hand in the ordinary. You say, I'm just an ordinary person. Welcome. You say, well, that's just an ordinary thing. I'm not going to pay much mind to it. His hand is in the ordinary. Or, listen, we may spend our lives asking for signs while stepping over the actual guidance, the signs He already gave us. So, here's a question. Where are you waiting for something dramatic instead of taking the next faithful step? Where are you ignoring simple obedience? Where are you calling something ordinary because you don't yet see what God's doing through it? Where are you standing beside the well, staring at the stone, waiting for God to do what He may be asking you to move? Here's the choice. You can wait for spectacle. You can. Or you can walk in obedience. You can demand the whole map. Oh, sure you can. Good luck with that. Or you can trust God with the next step. Or you can trust God with the next step. You don't see it. He hasn't shown it to you yet, but you're trusting Him with it. You can overlook ordinary moments. You can. Sure you can. Or you can recognize that God often hides direction inside them. Don't despise the well. Don't despise the conversation. Don't despise the responsibility. Don't despise the small act of obedience. The next step may carry more covenant weight than you can see. Someone asked for prayer earlier. Let's pray. Lord, teach me to walk when You've already spoken. Help me trust You in the ordinary steps. Open my eyes to Your guidance in everyday moments. Give me courage to move the stone in front of me. Give me wisdom to see Your hand when life looks simple. Give me faith to obey before I understand the whole road. Prayer isn't asking for an easy journey. It's asking for a strong back. And if you've never placed your faith in Christ, do it now. Pray this prayer with me. Father, I know I've done wrong things, and I need Your mercy. I believe Jesus died for me, was buried and rose again. Today I turn from my sin, and I place my trust in Him as my Lord and my King. Forgive me. Make me new and fill me with Your Spirit. From this day forward, I want to follow You. In Jesus' name, amen. Look, if you prayed that prayer, I want you to hear me clearly here, because you're probably feeling alone. You're feeling nervous right now. You got a million questions. You aren't alone. Reach out to me through truewordfaithforlife.com/contact. If just go there and look for the word contact, or look for the little gray thing on the right side. You can leave me a voicemail there. It's only 2 minutes. I pay for it, so you don't have to. There's nothing. You don't pay for anything. Or you can click on contact and type it out. I encourage you to do it. I absolutely will help you. 100%. I've helped countless number of people. I'll help you. I'm glad to do it. This is the only reason I do this. You're not alone. Your friends, your family, the unbelievers in your life will try to tell you you are. Hey, we're your people, we're your clan. Don't listen to that religion. Man, think about what you're going to have to give up. You're going to have to give up so much. No. Don't believe it. God guides in the ordinary, folks. Listen, there's one more day. One more day to this. I think tomorrow's Friday, right? Today's the 7th. Yep, tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow will be a pivotal message, but I want you to hear this first. Tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, live. Then it's on playback a little bit after that. God works in the ordinary. You say, I'm just a regular person. God works with regular people. He does more work with regular people than he does extraordinary people. It's woven throughout the entire Bible, not just the New Testament, the Old Testament too. And you might say, well, why all the time up in the Old Testament? Well, that's the age of law. We in the age of grace. Somebody mentioned there's no mention of Jesus in his entire website. Then you didn't go to my website. By the way, the Lion of Judah, you happen to know who that is? That's my trademark, Lion of Judah. Okay. All right. There can be people like that try to disrupt you. Don't let them do it. Don't let them do it. Push forward. God works in the unnoticed. God forms us while we're simply taking the next faithful step. So don't despise the small moment. By the way, yesterday's message, I'm going to warn you again. It's very emotional. It's also very long. It's very long. You don't have to listen to it all at once. You're welcome, Tammy. It's my pleasure. So God forms us while we're simply taking the next faithful step. So don't despise the small moment. You say, well, that's just... No, don't despise that. Take a minute and breathe in it. It may be carrying more covenant weight than you can see. Not for nothing, if this message touched your heart, would it kill you to share it? It's free to do it. Think of one person who needs hope and truth and send it to them today. Just post the link on your social media and say, hey, this touched my heart. I think it may touch yours too. Whatever. You don't have to preach a sermon. Type out a sermon. Listen, until tomorrow at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And if the Lord tarries, I'll be here. God bless you and keep you. May he make his face to shine upon you in your coming in and your going out. Until tomorrow morning at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Shalom B'Shem Yeshua. Shalom Alaikum.